It's 6:45. This is the earliest I've ever done a cold plunge. This also marks my first full month cold plunging based on the calendar. I'm just gonna do legs today. Everyone's sleeping. I had a big bike ride yesterday, so that's all I'm gonna do is just legs. The water's only 55 degrees. Now, I was having a conversation yesterday talking about my cold plunge experience, kind of recapping my first month and some amazing results that I've experienced. Number one, I have not had a day of soreness the day after a cold plunge. So I'm leading up to my 6th Ironman Arizona, and now 11 weeks. So I got this because I want to have a great race. I want to have the best performance that I can possibly have, work on my recovery by doing cold water immersion. Been doing a lot of research on it, learned a lot over the last month. Off the top of my head, the benefits of cold water immersion: increased mood. I've never felt better and more alert post-plunge. I'm super calm, calmer than I ever have been. My heart rate, I did a little experiment when I first got this, thinking that my heart rate would jump through the roof by jumping into a cold plunge. But it was actually the opposite, which after I found out afterwards, that's what happens. Your heart rate lowers. So I was actually wearing a heart rate monitor, and I got in, my heart rate was pretty high, and then when I got out of it, it was super low. So I was like, well, okay, that's a good thing. So heart rate lowers. It's a boost in your metabolism. The lasting effects of cold water plunging continue after you get out. Something about the shivering effect, your body has to warm itself up. So one thing you don't do is you don't jump into a hot tub after a cold plunge. There's the constriction of the blood vessels that help with just overall a helping. I can't remember exactly what that part was, but there's also the release of endorphins or norepinephrine, which is a mood enhancing effect of the cold plunging. In fact, if you want a cold plunge, you want a hot tub first, then cold plunge. You don't want to finish with a hot tub after a cold plunge. You finish the night with a hot tub. Anyhow, so the mood, the less stress, the lower heart rate, the boost in metabolism, your overall well-being. Of course, the reason I got it is because of the inflammation. I want to avoid inflammation and soreness, and it does that. That's what's happened. So yesterday was one of my biggest workouts since I've got this, that I've used the cold plunge. And that was a 3.5-hour bike ride, which was pretty decent, pretty strong. And I this morning I was a little bit sore. Even though I cold plunged yesterday, I was a little bit sore because that was my biggest workout. But that's why I'm doing this now so early in the day. Sunrise is coming up. But my other workout prior to this that was pretty hard was an 1.5-hour bike ride followed by a 9-mile run. And I cold plunged immediately afterwards. And the next day, I was a little bit sore, but not sore like the workout would have given me if I hadn't been plunged that afternoon. So that's great. And today is really I'm just isolating the legs. I haven't worked out, obviously so early, but I'm gonna work out today. But I would usually work out or cold plunge after my workouts. But this is the first time I'm plunging specifically with focus pre-workout. So I think I'm gonna run today, but this is the first time I've done a cold plunge before a workout of the day. When I first got it, of course, I was plunging because I wanted to plunge and experience what it was all about and learn about it. But now, ever since, I've been exercising, plunging, pretty much immediately, and it has become my routine. This is what I do now. And the temperature is 55. When I started, I was starting a lot lower, And yeah, the benefits of a little bit colder, you build up your mental resiliency to the cold water. It's harder, so you're having to be more disciplined and focused to stay in the moment and to weather the storm. And then I was going longer. I think the first time I did it was like just under 5 minutes. It's more of a challenge or a dare. Say, how long can you do it? And my wife said, you can't do it 2 minutes. You can't do it 3 minutes. And so I just kept going. And then I started increasing it to 6, 7, 8, 10. I went 16 one day because I was talking and I forgot. I just lost track of time. And then one day I did it for over 20 minutes. And I think that was at 50 degrees or 51 degrees. And that was just way too long. In fact, anything over 10, when I hit 12 minutes or so, I was shivering for long periods of time after the fact. So even now, I'm going to clean up after this plunge. I'll put on some sweatpants or a long shirt, because I find out that the longer I do this, that I get cold. The coldness lasts longer. So I get these, I just can't warm up fast enough. Whereas if I do it between 5, 6, 7 minutes, my body is cold, but I'm able to get back to it a little bit faster. So these are kind of some of my takeaways so far from doing the plunge. And it's been a great investment. No matter what, I'm so glad that I put the money down to get one of these. And I did it just because I wanted to increase my performance, increase my endurance in preparation for this race. But after learning about it, I now know that this can be a lifestyle enhancing routine. I listened to Tony Robbins recently talk about his morning routine on how he would jump into a hot tub to loosen things up, get the blood flowing, and then immediately jump into a cold plunge. And he said 57 degrees is what he used. Good morning, train. And 57 degrees. I'm going, oh my God, I've been doing 50 and 49 and 48. Tony Robbins, the man, is doing 57. Maybe I'm overdoing it. So I changed to 57 a couple days ago. But what it does when he does it just for a regular routine is it changes his state. The body reacts. It becomes alert. It becomes focused. There's a shock to the system when you do this, and it changes the direction of your day. You start a day like this, I'm already anticipating good things are going to happen. I'm going to go downstairs, maybe get something to eat, and then probably work on something, because now I'm focused, I'm alert, I'm ready to go, I'm positive, I'm optimistic, I'm ready. My state has been changed, and that's what I'm doing this for. These are the things that have changed my mindset, that this can be just a positive lifestyle addition, not just a performance athletic addition, which it is and it will be. And I feel like I've extended the potential of my athletic endeavors. Whatever I want to choose next, I'm ready for it because I have this in my corner. Been thinking about making this my last Ironman for a long time, just because it's a grueling training activity in preparation for. Everyone loves seeing someone cross the finish line going, hey, I want to do that. I want to feel like that. I want to look like that person looks and feels. But then you get into it and it's like, training, it's more than just that. But I've embraced the training. It's just sometimes those long days are hard to swallow. But so are some long training days. All right, I feel like I'm rambling. I'm sure my time is well over 5 minutes at this point. So just isolating the lower body because yesterday's bike workout, but I will be working out again today, and I'll most likely, I'll plunge again today, and I'll go, neck deep. Thanks for watching the Cold Plunge Diaries. I've got a lot of these on my channel here. This is more or less a 1 month recap of my results, my feelings, how it's impacted my life and my mindset since I got one. So thanks for watching. If you want one, get one. There's a link below for a discount code. I highly encourage it, obviously. My results, which they might be typical. I'm kind of guessing they are typical based on what other people say about it. Anyway. All right. Have a good one. Just keep living. Adios.